one of these areas at night and they see one that's labeled iPads, that one would be much more likely to be broken into than something labeled toilet paper. Unless because sometimes they look a little unsteady. They load the heavier ones inside of the vessel, the lighter ones are on top. And there'll be just as many on the inside of the ship as there are on top right here. You do lose some of these though. Every year we lose about 10,000 of these containers into the waterway, which seems ridiculous, and it is, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to justify anything. But about 19.5 million of these travel from here to places like China every year. So in terms of percentages, 10,000 doesn't seem that bad. In 1992, there was a ship that had left China and it was headed for Seattle. And it lost one of these containers. And when it did, out popped about 28,000 little rubber ducks, which everybody was surprised by. It's hard to clean these things up, of course, but there was a scientist who had a brilliant idea that those that found these little rubber ducks should call in and say where they were found. And they did. They called in from all over the world. This actually helped to map our tides and our currents. So it was kind of a scientific experiment, if you will. There was a book written about this called Philby Duck. So if you're interested, you can pick it up on Amazon. I checked it out. Also in the distance, it's kind of harder to see right now. No, it's not actually. You can see this brick building. It's got a woman's face on top and a giant American flag. Does anybody recognize that face? Yeah, Starbucks headquarters. This is where they fought their global domination. They have about 23,000 locations worldwide. We serve their coffee down the stairs if you're interested. In case you're curious, within just 2 miles of our home port, there are 136 Starbucks locations. So if you want Starbucks, all you do have to do is kind of hop to the next one and you'll be there. They also own Seattle's Best, so you can't really get around the beast. But I mentioned it because she's there. If you want to see the original siren design, Pike Place Market does have their original location there. So an original logo. You can't get it on the cups, which is unfortunate and I was disappointed by, but you can see it. She has 2 tails. It's a little bit more risque. And back to these containers, I'll talk a little bit more about them. So it's much more cost effective for them to just create new containers and to send them over here as opposed to sending them back and forth, empty ones at least. So you'll see that we often have empty ones stacked up here. People have become quite creative in their use of these because they are resilient to things like that salt spray. They don't break down easily. So oftentimes these are being used in the tiny house movement. People are living in these. But also some businesses, including Starbucks, have used these to create things like coffee shops. So you may notice these little containment vessels. They last